Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Submerged. Let's go ahead and move the cursor out of the way before we start. And we're at the 2.5 point on my clock. 2.5 hours of gameplay. I totally see that it would be doable to have beaten the game by now. If you're just looking for the shortest experience ever, if you're maybe trying to speedrun the game, like, yeah, you could have gotten these 6 cargo pieces. Ooh, that was a interesting little lag. I imagine what happened there is by going through that, I blocked things from being on the screen, textures, and game engines like Unity have a tendency to unload textures when they're not seen, and so as soon as I got back on the screen, I think I may have accidentally re-triggered the textures. Now, I'm wondering if there's a blocking mechanism that things don't have to be just close. They also have to be visible in the sense that a building is not in the way. The obdurate creature. So if she's seen a horse, she's probably never seen a horse before, so she doesn't know what it is. There's still 3 landmarks. 1 creature, which maybe that's the story related, but then I wanted to count this because when you look at the map, it says we've found 29 of 60 secrets. Okay, fair enough. But I'm wondering if we look at this, maybe it's including these story pieces, which we've gotten 20, and there are 44, so that would be 24 of, which is probably too many. And here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus another 12 is 22, plus 4 is 26, plus another 5 is 31. How many secrets do we need? Exactly 31. So we know that it is these secret locations that are what we're looking for. It's kind of amazing that I've managed to not find 31 secrets on the map. And it's kind of amazing that I have managed to not find several other things on the map. Let's see, we need to go southwest, which I believe should be this way. Are we pointing in the right direction? Yes. And what I'm trying to do is get in a position where I might see something and work my way around. So any street, any alleyway. I thought there was something on top of this, but if there actually is, I have no idea how you're actually gonna get up there and get it. A lot of these buildings seem inaccessible. That might be just a trick of the game. We haven't moved the story forward in a little while. Now every time I get one of these boat pieces, she speaks, and I'm always in the menu, which makes for a slightly scary experience to hear sounds. Yeah, I suppose this is kind of like The Last of Us. A little forward and to the right, and then backwards, and, well, you know what? A little forward and to the right, and then forward. Just a lot of referencing of the map is gonna start taking place. A lot of effort to oh, I have to climb up all the way here. Oh, wow. Okay. So, as we're climbing, we can look at with our telescope magically. Let's not do that. Actually, let's not ruin a great experience. How a ladder would last this long. And oh, by the way, this is not how you do ladders at this height. They put a cage around them so you can't fall backwards and fall to your death. It still would be possible, but less likely. But for as much as... Why is nothing rusting? That's a good question. The bird's eye. I imagine this might unlock a significant number of things I haven't seen up to this point. Is it possible that zooming in might help? A lot of these buildings, it's pretty obvious you're not going to get on top of them. This feels like game, like the first thing you should have done in the game is had a mission to climb up here. It would be really easy for them to have made this linear instead of open world, and they don't, it doesn't add anything for it to be open world. It's not like these buildings are going to be randomly placed. It's not like there's a reason. She's walking kind of slow. I wonder. Now, so in this instance, we see that way over there. Truth is, I may just be too far away height-wise. That's interesting. A lot of interesting things. Some of these buildings just seem too tall. So, you look out here. If I go up here to options and graphics, it's really not the time to be messing with this, but infinite. apply options, back, resume. It doesn't look like anything really changed. I honestly have suspicions that what they've done is they've added fog. To block your view. Theoretically, infinite view distance would allow me to see further without the fog. Now am I gonna have to actually climb down all the way? Still not really finding a lot. Like, it seems like you probably could spot all of the supply drops from this point. But that's kind of it. And they just slide straight down and their scarf goes down. And see, that scarf is definitely an inspiration from that PlayStation game that never came to PC. Let's go into postcard mode for a second, or not postcard mode, but well, they call it postcard mode. I would call it. You can see it's not a amazingly great hair physics, but it works for an artistic style, and it's got now this wet look because it's raining on it, and that's interesting. Looks alright, particularly as long as the camera stays far enough away, which is the truth for quite a lot of artistic styles. As long as the camera's not too close, you can't see the details, and if you can't see the details, then you can't see the flaws. Why these blue tarps would still be connected, that doesn't make any sense. I'm struggling to go the right direction. Yeah, we might get another lag. Might, but didn't seem to. And where is it? It's over here. And I suppose we'll just look around and see if we spot anything else, but I don't think I'm going to. Again, an area that feels like there should have been a shortcut back to the beginning. Particularly since she's not really running, she's just kind of skipping. You know, a little bounce in her step, but not your standard rushing to the end style gameplay that you would see. Let's see, through this part here, I don't think there's anything special. Right. Look at the map. It would be helpful to turn around and go this direction. Let's make sure we're closer to over here. And I think I've already been up that building. So this is where I want to speed through. It's really just a big empty area. And then over here, we'll pull out this, look around just in case. See, maybe in here there's something. Probably being inside this is the worst thing to do with the telescope. So let's take it a little bit further to the left. The problem, as I see it, is that there's a little too much of the map still missing. I know there's one vehicle pickup, but no, there's too many holes still in the map. And I'm getting a little turned around, certainly in places. I'm not particularly staying exactly where on path. Right, that was yet another easy to miss collectible. And my concern that there's more of that is growing. I suppose we know there's 5 remaining. So we don't have to be too scared about that. Let's see. This is a slightly different house. A lot of different buttons doing different things. That's slightly helpful. I guess the more we know, the better. If the numbers start adding up better on the map. Yeah, the intensity and the need to help our brother has completely disappeared. There was really no timer there. He's right now getting eaten up by insects. Not literally, but pestered by them. Here we are looking for any supply crate we can find that would then undo that or alleviate that. That whale sounded a little different, but didn't unlock. There's a lot of noises and creepiness. This is one of those games where you could easily set yourself down a path of scaring yourself if you wanted to. Or if you're not careful. Right. So here's the new problem that I'm running into. I'm driving down these areas trying to show this section off as if I'm as I'm just unlocking the map, but I'm losing focus and desire to pull out the telescope each time. Which means if I'm not careful, I may mark something on the map as seen, but then not actually do the thing, find the things that need to be picked up. And I would argue this platform has been reused. It definitely has been reused. But the placement of items aren't interconnecting as much as I would have liked. And notice how the game fades to black when she gets in the boat. She's not... They didn't bother to animate a cutscene. So in this lower left-hand section, we've done enough. Now there's 28 more collectibles, but we've got to go forward. We've got to start moving forward. And so, can we do a building? And get all of the pickups from a building. The eclipsed state. See, that sounds poetic, almost like the government collapsed and she knows it, so that's what this building was a government building. Alright. Just to make sure. Or, not that the government collapsed, otherwise the government was replaced, eclipsed by something else. It's interesting gargoyles. And let's just be realistic with this. Look around. Yeah, I can see a lot of players at this point just being tired of it all. Just saying, you know what, we've done it. Let's finish the game. Thank goodness. A couple of extra markers might be the thing that saves the day. If it can give us some confidence. The worst case scenario in a game like this is to end at 99.9%, because then the temptation is that to spend potentially a lot more effort and a lot more time to get to that 100%. That commitment, that investment is hard to let go. And a lot of video game creators know that, and sometimes they manipulate that in arguably unethical ways. See, when you push the B button to come out of this, it makes like a drawer sound. Interesting. It's like she's opening some magical drawer that she doesn't have on her to pull out and put back the telescope. It's not the right sound effect. Let's see. I'm hoping I'm not gonna miss anything. I guess technically we are inside a building in this case. Although the inside of the buildings certainly look just like the outside of the buildings. This is a big one. Bigger than... But I imagine they're all big ones. It's either going to be abnormally wide or it's going to be abnormally tall. Interesting, and I can't walk past the statue. So they're making it very obvious. They've actually done a very good job about pointing out where we need to be. Like that bridge over there. Where's my infinite view distance that you promised, game? You really shouldn't use phrases like infinite. That's not something you can ever deliver on. Wind. Feels like a lot of the collectibles that were over there would have been seen by this. And I wonder if that's the case going forward, is that you need to get up to these high points where the items are, find them, and when you find the items, you then you can then retrace your steps and collect them. More emergency rations, bug spray. And then you just immediately load. Now these creatures don't seem to have a gender, and they look very humanoid, so seeing what you're seeing with her arms getting all green and all the other characters being all green, it's pretty obvious she's gonna turn into one of them. And she's probably infecting her. Let's see. The mother-in-law took the son, and the father stabbed the son, it seems. Let's go back and look at that. He seems to be getting more color in him. So I need to clean Taku's wound. Okay, thanks for telling me that while I'm in the menu. So we're just gonna assume that this is the mother-in-law. I'm making up the story here. She breaks the father's alcohol, he gets mad, chases her with a spear. She's running and he stabs the son accidentally. She takes... No, wait. There's no mother-in-law. It's... Had to go back and re-reference things. The character we're playing as breaks the father's alcohol. He gets mad, chases her with a spear, stabs the son. She takes him on the boat and they both leave. That's 24 of 44. I imagine we could probably figure out the ones we missed too. Like, if 23 and 24 are missing, we should go back to the section where it's raining. If this whole section of 5 is missing, we should go back to that. It seems like there's definitely a middle section that we haven't done, and then there's more of an ocean section at the end. And there's 2 more landmarks. Definitely 2 more landmarks. So looking at the map, we have 35 of 60 secrets. I think what we have to do going forward is probably we could do a section on the lower left just to make sure there's not one secret there, and then go directly mid left to the next supply crate and do that quickly, and then go straight up and make sure there's nothing there, or go to the right and make sure there's nothing there. You know what, we should probably go to the right. That was the first location of all of them. I see on the map one upgrade for your boat, but there's supposed to be several more of those. I don't know why I'm not seeing any more. I see one secret that seems to not be as part of the rest of the secrets, and that tells me we've probably missed some things. Let's see, best I can tell, there's 9 secrets on the field. We need 25. Oh, and we did definitely miss one in the lower left hand corner, so we're gonna have to go back and find that one before we do anything else. Great. And that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.